How's it going, you guys? Links Forte here to bring you my week 9 team builder. It has been a couple weeks since we put this up on a Friday, but we are back in full force after the bye week. Made some transactions. If you didn't see it, we dropped Gudra, Blaziken, Lycanroc, and Delmise to pick up Salamence, Espeon, Rapidash, and Haunter. So those are the changes we made to the team. And I feel a little bit comfortable. I feel a little bit more comfortable. Granted, I haven't used these Pokemon yet, but I feel more comfortable because it made the team a little bit faster. So like with Rapidash, it's 105, Haunter 95, Espeon 110, and Salamence base 100. Like all of those Pokemon are 95 and are like really fast Pokemon, 95 and up, obviously. So it allows me to play a little bit more freely. It allows me to scout a little bit better for like choice scarfs and things like that. It makes my opponent prep differently and possibly have to bring a choice scarf. So that was just my mentality going into everything with this battle, and with the rest of the league in general as well. So without further ado, let's take a look at my opponent's team. This week it is Professor FX and his Mewtwolouse FC. He is at the top of the league, sitting at 7-1 and a plus 20 differential, where I'm sitting at 4-4, somewhere around like 6 or 7 with a plus 4 differential. So we're kind of like on a downward spiral, I guess you could say. We lost 3 straight, and to have to go against the #1 person in the league in all categories, not feeling the best right now. But I think we have a good shot with some of the changes we made. So let's take a look at his team. He has Jirachi, which is his super Z move user. He has Mimikyu, which is another Z move user. Milotic, Fortress, Rotom Heat, Mega Garchomp, Swallow, Weavile, which is his other Z move user. Did I say Mimikyu is a super Z move user? Sorry, Mimikyu is just a regular Z move user. Gligar, Meganium, and Girder. So just to reiterate, Jirachi is his super Z move user. Mimikyu and Weavile are just regular offensive Z move users. So one thing I looked at when going in, like when I was looking at his team, were his weaknesses. I think he has 4 Pokemon, and if you want to, since I have Mega Glalie, if you want to add Milotic in there, he's 5 Pokemon weak to ice. Garchomp, Swallow, Gligar, and Meganium are the 4 weak to ice. And like I said, if you want to, since I have Mega Glalie and it can learn Freeze Dry, if you want to add Milotic on there, that makes 5 Pokemon weak to ice. And then he has a few Pokemon weak to fire as well. Sorry, my throat is just raspy. Jirachi, Fortress, Weavile, and Meganium are the 4 Pokemon weak to fire. So I really wanted to exploit that. I kind of figured he wouldn't bring certain things, you know, against me, just seeing as I have a couple Pokemon that can really exploit those weaknesses. So yeah, let's just jump into what it is that I brought. First up, because he has the ice weakness, I'm bringing Mega Glalie. Max attack, max speed, hasty nature, 4 in special attack, frustration, ice shard, freeze dry, earthquake. Allows me to hit everything on his team. Unfortunately, Swallow can be a problem because it's base 125. Ice shard doesn't kill, so I need to try and weaken Swallow a little bit or something like that. But Garchomp, I don't think Garchomp dies to Ice Shard either, but at the same time, I don't really need to worry about it because frustration and freeze dry do OHKO it. I believe Gligar is OHKO'd by freeze dry as well. Meganium takes a lot from it, and this is the thing, he hasn't brought Meganium all season, so I'm not really expecting him to bring it. And if he does, I know it's going to be screens, because that's all Meganium does. If Meganium does anything else, I have no idea what it is it does. But yeah, that's the Mega Glalie set. Next up, I'm bringing Rapidash, Royal Mustang for the first time. You know, picked it up during the bye week and bringing it to this battle because, like I said, there's a fire weakness to exploit. Life Orb, Flash Fire, Max Attack, Max Speed, Jolly Nature, Flare Blitz, Wild Charge, Morning Sun, and Toxic. Honestly, I went Max Speed just because there's no reason not to. Like when it comes to, I guess, base 100s and things like that, he has 3 Pokemon. It's Jirachi base 100, Swellow, and Weavile base 125. So, you know, even if I took a couple of EVs out of the speed and put it somewhere else, like in HP, it wouldn't have made too much a difference. So it was just easier for me to like just leave it there. Flare Blitz obviously threatens out like Jirachi, Fortress, and Meganium, and Weavile potentially. He may not, you know, he may think I'm Choice Scarf if I haven't revealed it yet. So there's some things there to look forward to. Wild Charge, because Milotic switches in. Actually, Wild Charge and Toxic, because Milotic switches in 9 out of 10 times. You know, barring it being weakened or having a berry, Milotic switches in on this thing all day, every day. So if he brings Milotic and I'm in with Rapidash, hopefully I can get a Toxic off. I can predict that and get the Toxic off. So that's the plan there. It would be great to whittle down Milotic throughout the course of the battle. And then Morning Sun, just to for longevity, really, because its best moves are Flare Blitz and Wild Charge, and those are recoil moves, especially with Life Orb as well. Next up, I am bringing Keldeo this week. Choice Scarf with 244 HP, 252 in special attack, and 12 in speed, with a modest nature. Now, with modest and 12 in speed, I outspeed everything on his team, unless there's something else that's Choice Scarf. And when I was building, right, I was like, okay, well, he could bring a Choice Scarf Rotom Heat to try and outspeed Keldeo. And honestly, it hurt my head to try and figure out what EVs I should bring for that. And I was like, you know what? Not even going to worry about it. Because I was just like, you know what? If he brings Choice Scarf Rotom Heat, that's fine. Later on in my team, I have ways of handling Rotom Heat. So I was just like, no, I'm not gonna Choice Scarf this to try and beat Rotom Heat. Because, like I said, it was giving me a headache, and I really just need to make sure I'm outspeeding his fastest Pokemon, which are both base 125, which is exactly what I'm doing. It only required 12 speed EVs, so the rest just went into HP. And that way I can potentially live hits from different things, like an Aerial Ace from Weavile just in case. Or I think I could live a Boom Burst from Swellow. Maybe it depends if it's specs or not. I know I can take one Zen Headbutt from Jirachi. I think that's right. I know I can take, yeah, I think I can take a Zen Headbutt from Jirachi. But yeah, it just allowed me to outspeed things, and once certain things are gone, I'm just free to click one move the entire battle. Anyway, next up, it's Kecleon with leftovers. Sorry. Max HP, 4 in attack, 180 in defense, 60 in SPDEF, and 12 in speed. This is why I like Kecleon, because it allows you to get creative with EV spread. It has a relaxed nature. So let's just get this one out of the way, because people are like, why are you running speed with a relaxed nature? Because Kecleon speed ties with Fortress. 12 speed EVs allow me to make sure I'm outspeeding Fortress. Because I think, yeah, the 12 speed EVs with a speed reducing nature allows me to outspeed it, because that's what Fortress normally runs, is like a relaxed nature, maybe sassy. And it has like Gyro Ball and Volt Switch. And that's why it's running a negative speed nature. So this allows me to click Fake Out and find out whether or not it has leftovers. And if it doesn't, Flamethrower kills immediately after. And if that's gone, I don't have to worry about him rapid spinning away rocks. I can get that off, and then knock off just for anything that wants to switch into Keldeo. But Fake Out is pretty much just like my way of breaking any potential sashes, finding out if something has leftovers or not. So that's, my plan for that. Next up, I am bringing Sylveon, Pixelate, max HP, max defense, bold nature, Hyper Voice, Shadow Ball, Wish Protect. Wish Protect, longevity of the entire team. Hyper Voice, Stab, because it becomes Fairy type with Pixelate. And then Shadow Ball, so Jirachi doesn't think it's free to just switch in all day. That's really the only reason Shadow Ball is there. Yeah. that's that. Oh, and I can hit Mimikyu decently. Well, I can hit Mimikyu. Hyper Voice still might be better for Mimikyu, I'm not sure. But I have to be careful because he does have Swallow, and Swallow might want to switch in to a Shadow Ball if I reveal it. Oh, sorry you guys, it's early when I'm recording this. But yeah, that's that. I think he actually does have a slight weakness to Fairy as well. Girder, Weavile, Garchomp, so 3 Pokemon weak to Fairy. So that was another reason Sylveon was brought, just to exploit that weakness if need be. And last but not least, I am bringing Nidoking, Choice Scarf, max special attack, 196 in speed, modest nature, rest of the EVs in HP, Sludge Wave, Earth Power, Ice Beam, Flamethrower. Nidoking, obviously, Nidoking just comes for coverage. It may seem weird to run 2 Choice Scarfers, but the thing is, to have Keldeo be locked into a move, depending on what that move is, and he could, you know, once, or if he were able to figure out that Keldeo is Scarf, having Nidoking in the back Scarf as well could potentially, you know, allow me more freedom to cause havoc. I don't even know if that makes sense. It allows me more freedom and it allows me to cause havoc. Yeah. So, you know, I can play around with different things. Like if I lock myself in the Secret Sword, or Mimikyu switches in, Mimikyu sets up, you know, maybe Mimikyu sets up a sub, and then in that case I would probably have to go into Sylveon, and then start clicking Hyper Voice if he gets behind the sub. Or, you know, I have to do something, I don't know. But Nidoking allows me, you know, just the coverage, which is what Nidoking does. It gives you coverage. But anyway, you guys, that is the team for this week. Once again, Mega Glalie, Rapidash, Keldeo, Kecleon, Sylveon, and Nidoking. And we have a tough one once again. We have a few games left in this like brutal stretch of tough opponents, or at least, you know, the top half of the league. So we are gonna try to right this ship, get back into like the playoff. Well, we're still in the playoff race, but I want to, you know, kind of solidify a high spot, or at least get a high spot, because that would be good, you know, to try and get the first playoff win, to try and get the first playoff battle be against someone I feel confident against would be good for me and slightly my ego. But that's a long way away. We still have 7 battles, or 6 after this one, to worry about that. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Link's Forte. See you tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.